guys, happy Tuesday. No, you know I always forget my days. So we have visitors. We have Ibn over here. We have Zoe and Julie. And
no.
You guys know this guy.
And Dom.
And Daddy Dunstan.
No.
So I think this is a good time to have a discussion.
Ooh, like
about
the view.
like the view. Yeah, we're the view. So the topic we're gonna talk about is actually something some of you brought up.
Johnny, you should definitely add a new segment to the Dunstans.
The Dunstans hot topics. So I put up the vlog, the baby shower vlog. You know, I do this to have all the memories or whatever. And a couple of you commented and said that you don't understand how Dom could be best friends with a woman. And even when we had a live chat, somebody I think had asked the question, how do I feel about Dom having a best friend that's a woman? So I thought it was a good topic of conversation. And since we have so many people over here today, I thought we can get... I figured we could get everybody's opinion. Okay, so let's start with Dom, shall we? Since everybody, because you're the topic. You are the topic that you have Shay as a best friend. So do you think that men and women can be best friends?
Secondary partner, yes, obviously, because I have a female best friend. There used to be a time, once upon a time, not long ago. It's a rap reference here. But people used to be friends without hooking up with each other, without doing this and that.
Yes.
And that's the problem with today's generation. Now if you're friends with someone, it's kind of like you're friends with benefits, not just friends.
Okay.
So back when I was growing up, when I was a kid, mind you, Shaylene's been my friend since 3rd grade. This is not, you know, it would be kind of odd if we were playing back and forth for about 20-something years. That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
So, you know, I did grow up with her. I pretty much was raised with her family. I've gone on vacations with her family. And even to this day, you can ask her, we've never even had that, like, you know, maybe we might be attracted to each other. I am.
It wasn't even a
Shay,
thought?
I love you, but I am not attracted to you. Here's a funny story. So one day, I was in college, and she actually came to visit me while I was at one of my boys' dorms. And she's there, I think she was dropping something off. And my boy was like, yo, who's that hot girl you with? And I'm like, who? I'm like, what hot girl? He's like, the girl she was just dropping off. I'm like, you know, our best friend? He's like, Shailene. And I was like, oh yeah, nah, that's my best friend from like 3rd grade. He's like, yo, she's bad. I was like, okay, like, I don't see it that way. And I even told Shailene the story that way, and she's like, okay, I got you. Like, she usually would get offended because she's, you know, she thinks highly of herself. So, but she understands, you know, my point of view. Same concept where, you know, if a female says that they find me attractive, she takes it more on the person. I'm like, yeah, he's a great guy. Like, not that he's like, I don't think she's ever said, like, I look hot. Like, we don't compliment on each other's pictures. It's that, like, not attractive.
It's that weird.
So I think it's weird for people to see that today with the concept that that doesn't happen nowadays.
Okay.
Mind you, this has been building up since before Joanna came along, since before, you know, friends was more than just friends. So can it happen? Yes. Nowadays, like if I were to just try to make a best friend now, nah, that's not it.
No new friends. I feel like we're married and we need to protect our marriage and we need to have boundaries, right? And I think if Dom were to have a female friend now out of nowhere, like, hey, I met Linda. We don't know Linda.
She's my best friend.
No, Linda.
He goes, and she's my best friend. And like, I would be like, what? Like, nah. You thought.
So you think Dom can't have no new female friends now?
No. I think he doesn't need any more friends.
Not like close, not close, because it's weird. It's like, when did you have time to have that much of a connection that all of a sudden now you're best friends?
Well, not
it would have to be like intertwined. Like say if well, everybody's taken in the group, but say, you know, Rob, for example, like Rob now has Ashley, and Ashley, she's really social, she's really friendly, and you even saw at the baby shower, you know, she can talk to people on her own. She doesn't need
very nice.
Rob to interact with people.
Yeah.
So she can become a friend, but essentially she would be our friend. She wouldn't just be like, oh, I talk to Dom all the time. Like
that's a group
that's
friend.
a group
That's like
friend.
you met her
I don't think there can be like any more. There can't be a special connection.
So for example, if a new female started working at your job, and you guys interact at work, and you just became friends, like
No,
friends,
you're
but
not
she's not gonna be my best friend.
no, of course not. Of course, she's not gonna be your best friend because no one is because no one is your best friend out of nowhere. But you can have a friendship where like, oh hey, I'm gonna have lunch at such place. Do you want me to pick you up something and I'll give you them, like something like that? If it means Joanna
into
and
our relationship.
yeah, it's not like she's only your friend.
And it would have to be
Would
the
that
point where I'm
be-
mentioning like, oh, you know.
I feel like you can make work friends, but I think it's weird when you're texting each other all the time.
Like,
that's
Well,
like,
because
why are you talking?
Yeah, no, well, because things take time.
Yeah,
You know,
but
like you're not.
You're married. Like
ain't got no
you can
time.
have
I
your
got kids.
acquaintances at work. Why are you bringing it home? You have a wife at home and you have your other friends.
Here's the thing. I feel like guys and like Dom can meet a work friend and she could legit just want to be his friend, but I just feel like you shouldn't open that door to, because a friendship could become something else. Like let's say me and Dom are having.
Okay, but if you guys are all doing things together, like you guys as a couple, and maybe this person and whoever she's dating or something
That's
like that.
different. If it's like, oh, I met this married girl, whatever, and like we want to do double dates or whatever, maybe I can see it. But it's just like you have to be really careful. Even if there's no bad intentions there, you really don't know what the other person's thinking. So the point that you're married, yeah, you can be friends and acquaintances and high and by at work and go have lunch together or whatever at work. Not even lunch together like that, but maybe like in the office, like we're gonna eat at this conference.
Yeah, well, it's not like you're having a lunch date at in Hoboken.
Right,
just
that's
two
different.
people.
Or I'm
That's not what I'm saying.
go have drinks with this work friend that I've been working with for like a year, and it's like, why do you need to have that deep of a connection where you two are just alone somewhere?
Yeah, no.
You can't open that door.
Well, I meant like in a relationship, like not like, oh, he's going out for drinks with Linda, who works with him for 4 months. Like, why do you need to go out with Linda alone? It's like, should we go out with Linda? Then that's like you're bringing
different.
Joanna into it, and depending on how this person reacts to Joanna as well.
Do you think, Ibn, that women and men could just be friends? Best friends. We're not even talking about like acquaintance, like.
Absolutely. You know, it really depends on a point in both of their lives. I think that kind of friendship, you know, it can't be one-sided. So, you know, both people have to be there in that, if it makes sense, they have to be there in that point in their life.
You have a girl best friend. How long have you guys been best friends? Obviously before you were with Julie.
So maybe about 20 years, you know, so it's
And
like,
so basically what we're saying here, if it's long, if you've been friends for a really long time, and if somebody new comes in your life, like for example, you were friends with her before Julie, so what if Julie came into her life and was like, nah, I don't want you to be her friend?
well,
So
that's
how
a best.
serious me
So
and him
that goes to show you what a best friend is. A best friend is supposed to understand that, because my best friend, I had plenty of girlfriends in between our friendship, and she would be, my girlfriend at the time was like, nah, I don't like y'all friendship, you know, it's too close, stop talking to her. And I would stop talking to her, even like, all right, yo, she don't want me talking to you no more, so I just gotta stop talking to you. As soon as I stopped talking to her, it you know, the relationship would really pick up like nothing really happened.
So I've dated guys in between my friendship with Chris. Chris is one of my best friends also. And when you're younger, you're more naive to just kind of go with the flow. So I had boyfriends that would be like, oh, you have guy friends, like that's just your guy best friend and you guys never did anything or whatever. And I'm like, no, they would understand it, they didn't like it. So I would cut ties, like not completely cut ties with Chris, but distance myself to the point where it would hurt Chris. And I didn't realize it until I was older and more mature that you don't do that to someone you're close with just because of their gender. You know, someone who really loves you would understand your friendship, and your friend who's your best friend and loves you would also understand, like, okay, there maybe needs to be some kind of a distance, but not you to completely cut someone off that's been a part of your life and been through thick and thin with you. Like, that's also messed up. So I feel like you need to know how to communicate on both sides and kind of compromise on both ends at the same time. For example, if I was dating Ibn and Ibn didn't like Chris, but me and Ibn aren't that serious, or I didn't see a future with Ibn, I'm not gonna cut Chris off for someone that is just kind of a passerby, you know. And by the same token, like, if I'm seeing a future with Ibn and I'm gonna marry Ibn and he like truly deeply doesn't like Chris, he's already met him, really tried to give him a chance, just doesn't like my friendship with him, I would have to create some kind of a boundary with Chris, but not fully cut him off.
But hey, let me chime in on the situation with Dom though, because I think in that situation it's a little bit different. I think for a married man to have a best friend for a female, that's like even more easier for that to exist, because a married individual has his wife and has everything in his wife that he needs. So to confide in not necessarily a woman, it could be just a friend, you know, somebody that understands him, and I think it's a lot easier and they could be a lot more understanding. Whereas a guy's just dating a girl and he has this best friend, like the best friend can actually have an impact on that relationship.
I've had girlfriends that Shalene doesn't like, and Shalene's made it known. My Shalene is cut and dry. If she don't like you, you're gonna know it. And
but you don't break up with them because
I don't break up with them, nor do I cut Shalene. I was like, you guys are either gonna have to learn how to commingle, or
you keep them separate.
Yeah. Exactly. So she knew at that time, this girlfriend of mine knew that, you know, Shalene's my best friend. She don't like you. She thinks you're suspect. But I'm not gonna cut off my best friend because that's my best. That's like literally like my sister. So if you don't like my sister,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, do you consider Shalene more of a family just because?
Yes.
You just mentioned that your family were very intertwined and you guys went on vacation together. That's why you say you don't even consider her, you know, she's very pretty, but you don't see her that way. Is it because you guys, you know, you grew up together, you went through all the phases together, you know?
Yeah, I've seen all her phases.
I feel like a marriage, obviously I come first in Dom's life. Like, I should always come first before anyone. Like, it's not, I feel like when it would become a problem if like Shalene was disrespectful, if
and
like she was like, you know, disrespect, but Shalene has never ever disrespected me, like, ever.
You know, that's another thing too. I feel like because when a guy has a significant other and a best friend, the significant other is number one, you know? And even if that's temporary, a best friend's place is to always know and understand that and respect your relationship because they respect you, you know? So they would never, yes, that's why she's my best friend, because she would never, it's not even about you, it's about you disrespecting my relationship. She would never disrespect my relationship and put me in a situation where me and my counterpart are in a situation.
I get that.
Best friends should never be in competition with your significant other, or vice versa, because then that's a sign that that person isn't good for you.
Right.
Whether it's your girlfriends or whoever it is trying to be in competition with your best friend, like she's, you know, I'm better than her and I'm number one.
Yeah.
And you need to do this, that, and the third for me, but not for her, and you need to cut her off or do this, you know, whatever. Like, at that point, it's like, you're either not a good friend of mine or you're not good for me as a partner.
Yeah.
So it's not a competition, it's two separate things. There's
I feel like, yeah, and I feel like this comes with wisdom. Like, you know. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know who's not good for you. You know who has good intentions for you. You know who doesn't. I'm going to be completely honest. There have been, when me and Dom were just dating, there have been women who have been in his life that I didn't feel were genuine, and I didn't feel like respected me as his significant other. And with that, it's like, you have to be wise and you have to know and set, you know, and like set boundaries, because you just really have to be careful not even to open the door, not even a little bit, because there could be a time where you're having an argument or you're not doing okay, and then you're having conversation with this person of the opposite sex all the time, and then all of a sudden you find comfort in them and like stuff like that. So I think, you know, you just have to be.
If I had a guy friend that would just all of a sudden try to question my relationship with Ibn, or, you know, in some way, like, hint, like, it's fine if you disrespect me with him, then you're not my friend. and there's no reason for you to be in my life. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Like there's girls out there who are maybe they're trying to get close to you or to Dominic, so that whenever that door does open, they feel like they have an entry.
Look at Samara. What do you think?
Come on, Samara.
Samara's
No.
I think we all agree here. No new friends. Like you can't just be best friends with
Oh, no,
someone.
no, hell no. No way, no new friends. I don't even want to hear it.
Cynthia, do you agree with no new friends? Because you kind of like before were like, but you can make a connection with someone.
I agree with no new best friend. Like, hey, best friend that we just met last week. No, that's not. There is an ulterior motive for that. But I don't see why you can't make new friends. Like on this trip here, I've made new friends.
I don't think that you can make new friends because everywhere you go for the rest of your life, you're always gonna meet new people. I just think that there's boundaries for everyone.
Basically, we all agree, long-time friendships.
I think the term was best friends. That's what was irking everybody.
Yeah.
She can't be your best friend.
If you can't handle that there's gonna be opposite gender people in front of your significant other all the time, then maybe you're just really insecure because literally for the rest of your life, there's gonna be opposite gender people around all the time. So it depends on how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your significant other in terms of trust.
Yeah. My camera's dying. Like always. Like always. A great debate.
No,
Anyway, this is the conversation I wanted to bring to you guys today.
guys, if you agree that Joanna should do this once a week, have a conversational topic, let us know in the comments before. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click the link.
Yeah.
That's where the link is.
Yeah. The button. It's somewhere.
Click the button.
somewhere. And guys, tell me what you think. Like, but please be respectful in the comments. Please. I know there's many people with strong opinions and I respect everyone's opinion. But just tell me what you think in a respectful manner, please. Let's keep it respectful on my page. I have the greatest subbies in the world. And I know you guys can keep it respectful. So that's the story with Shay. He's known her forever. Literally, she's gonna be the godmother of my baby. And I love Shay. Like, she's a great friend, not only to Dom, but to me.